Jeff, today we're answering real questions from Montana women business owners, caregivers, and outdoor professionals about emergency preparedness and how to properly use PrepEM Wild emergency kits in real life situations. We're going to start with our first question, Dr. Jeff. We have a question on canine paw injuries. Our first question comes from Ellie's Gourmet Pet Barkery. Fueling adventures with organic artesian dog treats. Paw injuries are one of the most common issues dogs face on wilderness hikes, whether from sharp rocks, torn pads, or abrasions from rough terrain. When a dog suffers this type of injury, what are the immediate first aid steps an owner should take using supplies from your kit? Are there any supplies that should be avoided or used differently when treating a dog?
Excellent question. So when you think about paws for dogs, in many ways we can liken it to, the hands and feet in humans. The difficult thing is the dog may not be able to tell you exactly what's hurting. So before assuming it's just a paw injury, if you're going to examine a dog, remember, I do examine humans for a living. I am not a veterinarian. However, the approach to this would be go ahead, feel along the dog's leg, make sure there isn't another injury that you're missing. If the dog were to break its leg, it may also be limping, same way that if it had a paw injury. So if you're going to go ahead and palpate some of the joints, if it's on a human, same thing as a dog, shoulder, elbow, wrist, you'll be able to see whether or not you're going to elicit pain from the animal. The next step would be, if this is a pad or a paw injury, look for any kind of debris. Is there a stick or a shard of glass? If you're going through a park, maybe somebody broke a bottle and now the dog walked in a piece of glass. Take a look, see if you can see any foreign bodies in there. If you can remove them, go ahead and remove them. And I would liken this to a human injury. The biggest thing you can do, if there's a significant amount of bleeding, go ahead and put some pressure on the wound, try and stop that. We're going to take the same steps for the animal as we would for a human being. If you can put pressure on the wound without using any kind of a hemostatic agent, which stops the bleeding, like a wound clot or a quick clot, our product that we carry is the wound clot. If you can stop it with direct pressure, fantastic. The next step, if you still can't stop it with direct pressure, go ahead and use one of those hemostatic agents if you have it with you, the wound clot, quick clot, put that on there. Hopefully that'll help to stop the bleed.